Now we're recording. Welcome to your Coach Sneak Peek, guys. I'm going to hop right to it. So let me share my screen here for a moment. I'm boring my husband. He's watching me, and he just had a big yawn. So apparently, yeah, you're bored. Okay, share my screen here. Desktop. Okay. All right, you guys are going to disappear. So Amy Musgrove, you're in charge. If for some reason something goes wrong, like I freeze or you can't hear me or you can't see my stuff, will you please unmute yourself and yell at me? Because once I open this presentation, I can't see you guys anymore. And I sure as heck can't hear you. So I'm going to get rolling. My computer's in nappy mode. I gotta load. So I guess first I want to just introduce myself, because there were definitely some names and faces that I didn't recognize initially, and some, like I said, some lurker phone calls. So I'm just going to introduce myself really quickly. I'm a wife. I already mentioned my husband is over there getting bored and falling asleep. And I'm mama to 4 kiddos. There's only 3 in this picture because the 4th one was in my belly. But my oldest is 12. Then I have a 10-year-old, and then a 4-year-old daughter, and then a 15-month-old baby boy. So life is definitely busy on the home front, for sure. Never a dull moment at home. I'm also a 3-time elite coach with Beachbody. So what does that mean? Because if you're new or you haven't heard much about Beachbody before, that means nothing to you. So all that means is that Rockstar Presenters, which is the team that I founded and started, 3 times out of the last 7 years, we've been in the top 0.01% of our company. So if you're wondering about this team and how we produce and how we do, we're in the top 0.01%, 3 times over. And then 1-time premier coach. So what that means is 1 year, instead of being in the top 0.01%, we were in the top 0.1%. So we really slacked in 2013 and, just ended up better than 99.9% of the teams out there. Did I just say that? So as I said, I was the CEO and founder of Rockstar Presenters, which is our team. My husband and I co-CEO Team Bad. And I am definitely an HGTV junkie. I'm sure that's what my husband's going to turn on here in a minute when I get off of this call. And an avid Pinot Noir fan. Very important stuff to know about me. And of course, I am also a coach. And I've been a coach for about 7.5 years. So I've been with this company for a really long time. And in 7.5 years, I have had, I think, 4 surgeries, 2 babies, gotten married, moved 4 times, built a house, and built an almost 7-figure business. And so through that all, obviously, there was a lot of ups and downs physically, a lot of good times and bad times. My body's seen hard days and better days. But one thing that I love about what Beachbody and this opportunity has done for me and my physical transformation is that through it all, I always had that toolbox, so to speak, to go to. So after the babies were born, there was never any wondering, what should I do? How am I going to do this? How am I going to, get fit again? It was just a matter of, what? I have this community of like-minded women who are already doing what I want to do. I've done it before. I can stream my workouts at home. I don't have to go anywhere. I can put the baby in the bouncy seat, or nowadays he's wandering around carrying a PlayStation remote because that's what he finds interesting. My daughter is usually riding a bike in the driveway next to where I'm working out. And, I've been able to essentially, it's never exactly the same, but get my body back 4 times over, thanks to Shakeology, the community of Beachbody, and all of our celebrity trainers. So my physical transformation has definitely been one of consistency and just living that that lifestyle, not perfection, but just always trying to be the best me that I can be for my kids and my family. My personal transformation, let me see, I think would be, it's kind of funny. So the picture on the left was when I started coaching. I was kind of a lonely mom of two little boys. I hadn't really found my groove in the mom world. I don't know about anybody who's, if you're not a mom yet, I also felt lonely at different points in my life. That transition to college, I felt like was a really lonely one. And then that transition out of college into being a working adult was a really lonely one. And then it happened again when I had kiddos. And so you can see on the left, obviously I had two cute little guys, but I was alone. I didn't have a circle of women to call my friends or, to bounce ideas off of, or to support me, or to cheer me through the really bad days of potty training or wanting to eat an entire batch of cookie dough. But now, 7.5 years later, the picture on the right, is that was actually just 1 year ago, a few weeks ago, actually. So a year and a few weeks ago, my husband and I were able to take 25 of our top coaches and their guest. So some people brought their husband, some people brought a friend or their top coach, and we took them on an all-inclusive trip to Cancun, Mexico. And this is all the ladies that were there, and we had an incredible time. I never, ever, ever feel alone anymore as a mom, as a friend, just as someone kind of working our way through life and adulthood. I have this amazing community now. So definitely a huge personal transformation for me. And my financial transformation is definitely, for me, is probably my biggest transformation. 7.5 years ago, when I started this business, I had recently gotten divorced, had recently filed bankruptcy, had recently lost my home. I was unemployed. I did not have a whole lot going for me. When I started this business, I didn't have the money to sign up as a coach. So I had to wait a couple weeks, sell some stuff at a garage sale, and really just get the money together to even begin this business. And I think by right around year 3, which isn't exceptionally fast anymore, but then it felt fast. But by year 3, I was making a 6-figure income from home. Essentially, I loved it. Amber Romero, I think, who was on this call, posted earlier today, and it was perfect. I'm mad at myself for not thinking of this earlier, but she called it her nap time income. Like, legitimately, I was building this business the first 3 years during my kids' naps, and I still do. So I love that she called it her nap time income, because I work a few hours when the kids are napping, and now I have this huge business. This is last year, our team, all of Team Beachbody, so however many people were there, I guess I don't even really know, 30-some thousand or something of us went to Nashville, Tennessee to celebrate and recognize all of the physical, personal, and financial transformations that our businesses had, paid forward. And this is some of my team that was in Nashville. So it all started with, just that one person, and here we are now, just 4,000 people strong, paying it forward. So but that's enough about me and my team specifically. I do want to get into Beachbody, because I know that you're here because you trusted the person that invited you. You're curious about what it is that we exactly do and why we do it and how we make money doing that. So again, just a really brief overview about what makes Beachbody unique to, say, other even, nutritional, if you want to call them that, MLMs out there, is that we actually offer the whole package ourselves. We have fitness, we have nutrition, we have the peer support and coaches, and we have rewards and recognition, which really makes a complete package. Let's start with Shakeology. That's the Shakeology wall. It actually exists at our Beachbody headquarters in Santa Monica, California. I've been there, taken the picture. It's amazing. But Shakeology is kind of our mainstay as far as as far as nutrition, we do have a performance line as well, which I'll get to in a moment. But Shakeology is that nutrient dense whole food. It's actually considered a raw food because none of the ingredients are ever heated over 115 degrees either. So it's no additives, amazing. I could do a whole webinar just on Shakeology, but Shakeology is a big portion of what we do, simply because if you've tried it, you believe in it. There are a lot more flavors now. I need to update my Shakeology. We have 4 vegan Shakeology flavors. We have tropical strawberry and chocolate vegan shown, but we also have vanilla vegan and cafe latte vegan that aren't pictured there. And then in our regular line is chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, greenberry, and cafe latte. So we have a lot of flavors, but also formulas. Each one is formulated a little bit differently. So we have a lot of formulas to find the best match for yourself and for any potential customers that you want to help as well. We do have a little something for everyone. We still offer DVD programs. I'm not entirely sure that we're going to continue. I'll be completely honest. I just took a Beachbody survey the other day, and I wouldn't be surprised if we stopped offering DVDs, or maybe if we just had them on a very limited scale. I would not be surprised, because we've really gone the way of digital access, which is pretty much what everybody is doing these days, right? People have Netflix, people have Amazon. You want to stay somewhere, you go to Airbnb. You want to ride, you're going to get Uber. So everything has gone digital, and that's really the way Beachbody has gone as well. We, of course, have weight loss products, and then we have supplements as well, like our performance line, all of which is NSF certified. And we have the results. These are real people. We don't pay for any, we don't do any sponsorships. You'll never see us, sponsoring, say, a run or a NASCAR car or any of our celebrity endorsements. Everybody that you've ever heard endorsing one of our products is an unpaid person. So we've had a lot of celebrities get results as well, and we've never paid for a single endorsement, which is pretty cool because we don't need to. Stop making board sounds over there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was doing that. I apologize.
I also think what is really unique about coaching is the peer support. I mean, you saw that in the beginning. I think it's something women truly crave, is going through this and not feeling like you're alone in doing so. So I'm going to move forward. So I want to talk about what a coach doesn't have to be, because you're like, okay, this all sounds amazing, but is it going to work for me, right? So you don't have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. Here's the deal. We've hired all of the scientists to do the work for you, okay? Shakeology's made. You don't have to remake it. We don't have to make meal plans. We have the nutritional, the dietetics, all of that is taken care of for you. All you have to be is someone, well, I'm going to get to what you have to be in a second, but you don't have to be a fitness and nutrition expert. You also don't have to be at your fitness and nutrition goals. I like to ask, how many of you have ever seen The Biggest Loser? Pretty much everybody knows that show, right? Why is it so popular year in and year out? And it's because people want to see other people succeed. They want to go on a journey with someone. And I'll tell you what, some of the times when my business has grown the most isn't when I've been the fittest. It's been when I've had weight to lose. And then there's, on the flip side, there's definitely those people who have just always been fit that definitely do well as well. So, but it's not a have to. You also don't have to be an experienced salesperson. I certainly wasn't when I came in. I was literally just an enthusiastic and eager mom who wanted to earn an income from home. What you do need to be, however, is someone who can share how people can change their lives, whether it's personal transformation, physical transformation, financial, or all three. You do need to be committed to proving that the programs work, meaning that you are not going to be able, you're going to sound like a salesperson essentially if you're not using it yourself. You're like, hey, that's a really good idea. You should work out and drink a shake. That would probably work really well for you. People are going to be like, do you use it? No? Well, then why should I? It's crazy, right? So of course you want to be working out, doing the program of your choice, and drinking your Shakeology or the performance line, either one or both, just depending on what your needs are. And you do want to, of course, be improving and developing yourself. We always want to be able to put our best foot forward in coaching other people. So we do spend a lot of time working on ourselves, reading personal development books, attending events like Summit and our quarterly meetings so that we're learning, we're growing. Some of the benefits of being a coach, of course, are that you set your own work hours. So as Amber and I mentioned, we usually work during nap time. I have a few coaches. Alicia's one that pops into my mind. That's an early bird. She gets up at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock every morning because she likes to. And she works early in the morning and she loves it. And then she has the rest of the day to just be a mom, be a fitness instructor, do all the other things that she loves to do with life. And then she closes down early and hits the hay because she gets up early again the next day. So, and I definitely have my night owls out there. I think Jackie is one of them, likes to stay up and work all night. If I didn't have kids, I'd probably be the night owl. But, and then again, you get to choose full-time or part-time. You maybe want to work 30 minutes a day. Maybe you want to work an hour. Maybe you want to work 2. It's going to be your choice entirely. Kind of like to say you're in this business for yourself, but never by yourself. So it's your choice, but we'll support you no matter which route you choose to go. Of course, you can build online or in person. Most people do a little bit of both. And you're just going to be sharing your passion about whatever it is you're doing and doing a lot of attraction marketing, which is taught in our team-made university, which I'll talk about a little bit later. We get tons and tons and tons of rewards. Recognition is one of our 4 vital behaviors. We only have 4 behaviors that are vital, and recognition is one of them. So we get swag, whether it's shirts, jackets, etc., trips. I have earned myself a guitar when we were in Nashville, actually. I've been able to take my family on multiple trips from Atlantis in the Bahamas to Disney twice, to Mexico twice, and on a cruise. I've also treated my team to 2 different team trips, both to Cancun. Just tons and tons and tons of amazing recognitions. We do a lot of recognition on social media as well. We also get phone calls and training and live seminars this summer when we go to New Orleans. We're going to be hearing from Brendan Burchard and Darren Hardy, both huge names in the personal development world. So no shortage of pats on the back and feeling like you're actually adding value and someone's recognizing it, right? Like I can't even get a thank you when I make my kids lunch. Usually I get like oh, that looks gross, right? Like here, I make a great social media post and there's one of my sisters in this business there to say like, oh my God, it was amazing. You're so inspiring. And I'm like, yay, someone loves what I did for once. I can do one thing right all day. No, so the recognition is huge. We, of course, get a ton of support. We have a lot of training and tools in our Coach Online office, but also through our team-made university. It's a self-paced university. It's set up to be 30 days. You could work through it in 10. You could work through it in 60 days. It's entirely up to you how fast or slow you go. But everything in there is going to be everything you need to get started as far as training and tools. There's a lot of communication. I send out bi-monthly newsletters. The Coach Breaking News is in your back office. Our CEO keeps a very, very, very active presence on social media. So a lot of times my coaches will come to me knowing stuff before I do because they've simply seen it on Carl's page or Team Beachbody 411. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And I didn't even know something was being released. So the communication is great. And then, of course, we have our social media support. So we have Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and pretty much anything you can think of. We're there and coaching is there to support you. From our team, of course, we have training calls. Usually I do those monthly. We are always running fun challenges and incentives. I paired up with another coach from my team, and this month we ran a Success Partner Challenge, and we're giving away customized Nikes to people on our team who earn them this month. So that's really fun, but we always have fun things up our sleeves. Sorry, I'm moving the computer a lot. Lots of team building events. For people local to DFW, we usually get together at least once a month. If you're not local to DFW, there are usually state by state team Beachbody pages, and you can connect with people in your state there, which is always really fun. Our Facebook team page is always rolling with lots of recognition and training and plenty of accountability. So you do have a couple of options. Maybe you've been a challenger before and you're like, you know what, I'm ready to take the next step. People have been asking me where my results are coming from. I'm ready to be a coach. Maybe you haven't been a customer, or you're a brand new customer and you just want to get started with your own results first. We get that. Many of our best coaches were challengers first. They come in either way. So to join as a coach, I should change this too, because we do have $140 challenge packs. However, the one that I recommend is the $160 one that has Beachbody on Demand. So you have access to all $6,000 worth of our programs, past, present, and future. So even any future programs that come out, you have access to them all year long, kind of just like a Netflix subscription, right? You get that and your 1 month supply of Shakeology. You get all of that for $160. So I highly recommend that one. It's actually being spotlighted right now. For $160, I think normally it's $200. Someone can correct me in the chat box, but it's being spotlighted right now at $160. So that I think is always the best bang for your buck. Your coaching fee is waived and you're good to go. You could always start with just Shakeology and your coach enrollment free, but here you are at $140, so that's just silly to me to spend the same amount and get less. And then, of course, you could start with just a fitness program and your enrollment free, but then you're still looking at about $100. So most bang for your buck, having everything that you need to get started as a coach, is going to be that Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack for $160. We do have ongoing business service fees that are $15.95 a month. I'm speaking in American dollars. If you're in Canada, again, I'm speaking in American dollars. We're opening in the UK in late fall. So if you're watching this from the UK, you'd have to translate the euro, I guess, to dollars. So you're paid in your currency, but I'm not good at math, so I'm not going to figure that out for you. Anyways, it's about $16 a month unless you are active duty military or you have a DD-214, you're done with the military, then that is waived for you. Either way, what you're going to get is your media promotion and brand awareness, 5 personal websites all done for you. You don't have to build them. They're done. All you have to do is customize them to suit you. You'll have your coach online office, all of our warehousing, our customer service, our tech support, marketing, communications, training, success on demand. Everything's done for you. We don't carry inventory. Right? I have recently fallen in love with some LuLaRoe stuff. I know, call me crazy. I said I would never, ever, 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 but I have, and I love it. But I know that they carry a lot of inventory and it's very expensive. And I'm so grateful that I don't have shelves and shelves and shelves of fitness programs and Shakeology sitting here waiting to be sold. I don't have to invest anything other than what I'm using for myself, that $160 to build my business. So very well worth that $16 a month for me. Also, that's because it is a required business fee, it becomes a tax write-off. So you can join as a customer. Guess what? Same price. It's not $140, it's $160 if you want Beachbody On Demand. Same price, coach or customer. You could do a $140 challenge pack again. You're only going to get one program though, as opposed to the entire Beachbody yoga studio and the other entire P90X line, everything of Shanti's, everything of Shalene's, everything of Joel and Jericho's. Yeah, literally just silly. Also, of course, you could do just Shakeology or a fitness program only. That, of course, is an option. It's just not as much bang for your buck. In the next 24 hours, you're going to want to reach out to me or the person who invited you to this webinar. And you're going to ask yourself a couple of questions and let your person, me or whoever invited you, know, does Team Beachbody feel like a fit that could help you achieve your goals? Whether it's getting fit, having a community of like-minded people, or having a financial transformation. Is that something that would fit your goals? And which appeals to you more, coach or customer? And you're going to let your coach know. What can becoming a coach do for you? What's it going to create? Is it going to create a circle of like-minded women who are empowering and uplifting? Is it going to help you reignite your libido because you're going to shed 30 pounds and feel great about yourself in lingerie and attack your loved one? I don't know. Or is it going to be that financial transformation? Are you going to go from, like I did, I guess, where I was stressed out in the grocery line, sweating, feeling my chest and face get hot, pretty sure my card was going to be declined, from now being able to buy, grass-fed beef, hormone-free, cage-free chicken, and spend $1 bazillion on groceries and still donate groceries every single time I go grocery shopping? Is it going to be that financial transformation? So which is it going to do for you? Who can you help? I know that you already, even if you're like, oh, I think I'll be a customer first, I know you have a list in mind of all the people you'd love to have in your group with you: coworkers, friends, family members, hairdressers, coworkers. You've got a list in your mind of people you could help if you just decided to do this as a coach first. And what are your goals and dreams? Why, oh, why do we tell our children to dream, but then we don't model that ourselves? We just settle for good enough. We settle for feeling like shit in our clothes. We settle for living paycheck to paycheck. We settle for being in a job that we hate, or being lonely, or not having the money to go out and date our spouse. Why do we settle for that? Yet we look at our kids and say, go for your dreams. You can be anything you want to be, but we're not modeling that. So what are your goals and dreams? Do you want to be a stay-at-home mom? Do you want to be able to have a lot of extra income to take your families on vacations? Do you just want to feel strong, sexy, and confident walking on the beach this summer? What is it? What are your goals and dreams? Oh, and this is just a few more fun pics from some of my goals and dreams: to have some of the best friends on the planet, to be able to personally fund 2 years in a row 40 some people going on their dream vacation. Like, my husband and I were able to do that. Incredible. So these are just some pictures of me fulfilling my dreams, I guess. Oh, we've done some cool stuff. Anyways, questions. Now I can go to that chat box and also unmute you guys, should you need. Let me open the chat box first. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Amber. Okay, don't be shy. Don't be scared. Anybody have questions? Or was I just so thorough that you're like, that's it? Take my social security number and my firstborn. I'm signing up right now. Oh, that's it, huh? Okay. I'll see you all in my Coach Online office very shortly. Okay, good. All right, guys. Well, coaches on here, I'm going to encourage you to make sure that you follow up with everybody you chatted with and got on the call today. And to everybody listening in, I have a 21-year-old niece, and I constantly am telling her, and I've recently started telling my oldest son, who's 12 too. We talk about life and all the different, aspects of looking back as they're, gaining life experience. And I tell them all the time, and I know that this sounds like scary advice, but they're good kids, so it's not scary advice. I have very, very, very few regrets in life, but the very few regrets I do have are things I didn't do. I have almost no regrets about things that I did do. I was a pretty good kid, but my regrets are the things I didn't do. I had the opportunity to study abroad in Australia in college, and I didn't. I regret that. Why did I live in fear and not take that chance? I regret that, so don't sit here and live in regret and live in the fear of all the things that might or might not happen if you take this chance as a coach or a customer. So I hope that you guys all have a very, very, very lovely evening. Thank you for spending the last 30 minutes with me and listening to me ramble on. If you have questions, reach out to me or your coach. We will be in touch very shortly. Bye, guys.